can fake many things, but not care. Yes, you can fake many things, but not care. And you see, you always know when someone cares and when they don't care. See this, guys. Those who truly care become caregiver. Great evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again on another exciting Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. This is the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, and we get to do this every Sundays, 7 p.m. through to 8 p.m. And we basically get to do four things. Yes, number one, we get to take your questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send in the questions and we'll gladly take them. Number two, we got to share with you the Upgrade Mastery tip for the week. And for this week, the Upgrade Mastery tip is care. Yes, this is care. And interestingly, this is the part 2 because in 2024, we did a conversation on care, part 1, and this is 2026, where we are doing another conversation on care. So we'll call it part 2. Right? So in case you want to check out that conversation in 2024, you can go on the YouTube channel and just search for care, and you will see that previous conversation. You can watch that, and then you can come back and watch this, which is the part 2. It's like the sequel of that conversation we had 2 years ago, right? Because we see how important it is that people get to care. And that's why we're having this conversation now, so that you understand the importance of care and the role that care plays in your life. Right? I hope that you understand this conversation, and I hope that you really get it at the end of the day. Okay, so on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, like you already know, if you are not a first timer here, you already know that we basically get to do 4 things. But if you're a first timer, we also like to introduce to you what we get to do. We get to do 4 things on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. Yes, 4 things, 4 important things that we get to do. Yeah, there are 4. Number 1, we get to take your questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send in the questions. We will gladly take them. And like we always say, there are no right or wrong questions. They are just questions. And guess what? Questions are more important than answers. So if you have any question whatsoever, feel free to send in the questions and we will gladly take them. Number 2 is that we get to share with you the Upgrade Mastery tip for the week. For this week, the Upgrade Mastery tip is care. You know, last week we talked about deliberate, right? Now we move from that conversation on deliberate into this conversation on care, right? So you care and you learn how to be deliberate, and most importantly, you learn how to care, right? Care for yourself, care for others, or you learn how to care now that you are deliberate. So it's always a continuation. Every gist that we get to share, every conversation we get to have, you get to flow, right? So last week, we talked about deliberate. This week, we're talking about care, right? The third thing we get to do here is that we get to connect, network, and bond, because we understand how important it is for people to connect. We have people who get to join the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade from across the globe. So it's important that everybody who gets to join get to connect with each other one way or another. So we get to connect, network, and bond, because it is very, very critical that we build such connections. And then the 4th thing that we get to do, which is the most important, is that we get to have fun. Yes, we get to have fun, because I strongly believe that if learning is not fun, there is no learning at all. And whatever you learn with full pleasure, you remember in full measure. I get in this. So this is very important, that we get to have fun while we do what we do, so that you can remember everything that we get to share here, right? If there's no fun, there's no learning at all. So that's the 4th thing that we get to do here. We got to have fun. So sit back, relax. It's time for you to have fun while you learn, because whatever you learn with full pleasure, you remember in full measure, right? Okay, so these are the 4 things that we get to do on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, and I'm super excited to have you. So if this is your very first time of being here, welcome. Please let us know in the comment that this is your first time. Just type in the comment, first time, and the team will reach out to you with a special gift for all our first timers. We are truly glad that you're here. And while you're here, please do well to share the link with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and even your enemies, right? So that they too can be part of the conversation, because it's always fun. And like we say, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. So, once again, welcome to the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this conversation. Besides, there's what peace. PSG defeated Arsenal yesterday, so there's what peace, right? Everybody has calmed down. Everybody has calmed down. Yes, there's what peace now. What peace has been restored. Thank God. Arsenal didn't win the Champions League. If not, we will not hear word. Well, it's okay. They've been humbled finally. Anyways, that's football. That fairy tale story had come to an end. Arsenal didn't win the Champions League after 20 years waiting. They will try again another 20 years time. I'm just kidding. Come on, you're gonna see you again next season. Netflix FC. Anyways, let's get back to our conversation today on care. Now, on the Upgrade Live with Mr. Upgrade, we begin with our basic 5 questions. So while we wait for you to send in your questions, we have our basic 5 questions that we normally start the conversation with, right? Basic 5 questions. And these are the questions. So I'm going to begin with a question so that we can begin this conversation in earnest. And the reason for these questions is to lay the foundation upon which everything we'll discuss will be built, right? So understanding these questions help you to understand the flow of thoughts on this conversation. So let's begin. Question number 1, right? What is care? When you hear the word care, what comes to your mind? What does it resonate in you when you hear the word care, right? What does it resonate in you when you hear the word care? What comes to your mind when you hear care? What does it trigger? What does it elicit from you when you hear the word care? I'd like you to tell me in the comments. When you hear when they say somebody cares or you hear the word care, what exactly comes to mind when you hear the word care? What comes to your mind? Right? Tell me. What comes to your mind when you hear the word care? I'd like to know what comes to your mind. Tell me what comes to your mind when you hear care. Okay, so while I wait for you to share in the comments what care means to you, I'll tell you what care is from the upgrade side of life, right? Pay attention to this because you'll never find this definition anywhere else. So pay attention to this. You see, care, it is the intentional efforts to protect, preserve, and improve yourself and everything that connects to you. I'll say that again. Care. It is the intentional effort to protect, preserve, and improve yourself and everything that connects to you. So when we say you care, it means the intentional effort you put in to protect, preserve, and improve yourself, and then everything that connects with you. So when you do this, we can say for a truth that you care. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So to care, it is the intentional effort to protect, to preserve, and to improve yourself and everything that connects to you. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? Okay, great. Question number 2, who's responsible for care? Who's responsible to care? Now, you know, to care is to protect, preserve, and improve yourself and everything connected to you. So who now is responsible for care? Now, you know what care is. Who then is responsible for care? The answer is simple. You are responsible for care. So when you care or you don't care, it's your responsibility to protect, preserve, and improve yourself, and everything that connects to you is your responsibility. Are you getting this? So it's up to you to care or not to care. Care is your responsibility. Not the responsibility of another, but your responsibility. The question now is, do you take responsibility to care? Or do you blame others for your lack of responsibility to care? So who's responsible to care? You are. Question 3. Why care? Why do we have to talk about care? Why is care a conversation we should be having? Why care? I'll tell you 3 reasons why care. Number 1 is intentional. Number 2, there's effort. And number 3, there's commitment. These are 3 reasons why care. Number 1 is intentional. Number 2, there's effort. And number 3, there's commitment. So when you care, it's intentional, there is effort, and there's commitment. So the one who doesn't care, you will see it. No intentionality, no effort, no commitment. Are you getting this? Is this making sense to you? So why care? Because it's intentional, there's effort, and there's commitment. And this is why you care. Are you getting this? Question number 4. What are the benefits of care? What do you stand to gain when it comes to care? What are the benefits of care? I'll tell you 3 benefits of care. 3 benefits, right? Number 1, there's protection. Number 2, there's preservation. Number 3, there's multiplication. These are 3 benefits of care: protection, preservation, multiplication. So anyone who cares, you see that they protect what they care. You see that they preserve what they care. You see that they multiply what they care. These are the benefits of care. There's protection, there's preservation, and there is multiplication. Question number 5. When is the best time to care? When is the best time for you to care? When is the best time for you to care? You see, the last best time for anybody to care or for you to care was yesterday. The next best time for you to care, right? The next best time for care is now. Now is the best time for care. Now. Not tomorrow, not later, but now. So these are basic 5 questions to help you understand what we are going to be talking about and all of the lessons we're going to learn from this conversation. So that's why we started off this way, to let you know what care is, who's responsible for care, why care, the benefits of care, and the best time for you to care. Right? So now let's get into the word care itself, because there's a lot that we're going to talk about here today, but let's begin to get into the conversation proper, because this is care part 2, C-A-R-E, part 2. Let's get into the word care, right? C-A-R-E, 4 letters, 1 word, care. Now, I think you may be wondering what this is all about, right? Now, you see, the C in care is capacity. Capacity. The A in care is association. The R in care is risk. And then the E in care is excellence. This is what care represents. C-A-R-E. Capacity, association, risk, and excellence. This, my friends, this is care. So let's break it down so you really get it. Now, the C in care is capacity, which means everyone have the capacity within them to care. You know, some people many times want to use the excuse to say, oh, I don't have anything, that's why I cannot care. Right? If I had resources, I would be able to care. The truth is, care begins with the capacity that you have. Right? Care was never about what you lack. Care is about the capacity that you have. You know, in Matthew 25, When the master gave his servant talents according to their ability, the servants who went to work did that because they care. They put in their capacity. The one who did not care went to bury his talent. So he had capacity, but he did nothing with it. So he buried it because he did not care. Because he literally told the master, I know you are a hard man. You want to reap where you did not sow. So I buried your talent. Why? Because he did not care. And because he did not care, he did not put his capacity to use. I've said this all the time. It's the capacity that you use that becomes capability, that becomes your competency. The capacity that you use. So what's the capacity that you have that you're using? That capacity is what becomes capability and what becomes competence for you, because you are using that capacity. And a proof that you care is how you use your capacity, because you were born naked, or you were not born empty. Within you is the capacity that is deposited in you. So it's up to you to use that capacity. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? It's up to you to deploy that capacity. And in doing that is sign that you care. Because when you don't care, you don't use your capacity. When you don't care, you make excuses and not uses because you don't care. Are you getting this? When you don't care, you make excuses and not uses. The one who cares make uses. The one who does not care make excuses. So you see, in the parable of the talent, the one who was given 5 and the one who was given 2, they made uses because they care. They use their capacity. The one who was given 1 did not care. He buried his talent. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So you see, the C in care is capacity. So you have it in you to care. You have the capacity to care. So when you don't, it's proof that you do not care. You know, it's okay to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's okay. But then, that is telling you that they do not care. Yes, I know you make excuses for them. I know you give them the benefit of the doubt, no doubt. But that is also telling you that they do not care. Because if they do care, they would use their capacity. The reason why they are not using their capacity is because they do not care. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? Right? Because they do not care. Because people who care, they use their capacity. Because that capacity, when in use, becomes capability. And that capability becomes competence. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? Now, the A in care is association, right? Because you care, you would put yourself in the right association. The scripture says in Proverbs 13:20, it says that he that walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. Are you getting it? So when you care, it is seen in your association. You know, there's this old saying that show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Right? They say you are the sum total of the 5 persons you associate with. They say if there are 5 idiots in your circle, you didn't count well because they are deceased. Why? Because association shows how much you care. Association. It shows how much you care or don't care. You know, they say that do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. Why? Because you cannot, it says, what association does light have with darkness? What association does light have with darkness? So you see, the association that you keep is a reflection whether you care or you don't care. You know, they say birds of a feather, they laba together, like they flock together. Association. Eagles don't associate with chickens. Are you getting this? So if you truly care, you will see it in your association. Who do you associate with? Who do you hang out with? Who are the people that you call your people? Who are your association? It shows whether you care or you don't care. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So the A in care is association. See, when you truly care about yourself, when you care about improving yourself, there are some association you have to disengage from. And when you care about improving yourself, there are some associations you have to get plugged in to. Are you getting this? Right? So when you care, there's associations you have to plug into. When you don't care, there are some associations you have to dissociate from. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So the association is key. The association is key. You cannot rule that out when it comes to care. You can't. That association is important. That association is critical. It is key. Right? And then the arrow in care is risk. Because you care, there are certain risks that you take because you care. When you don't care, you're not bothered. When you don't care, you don't take any risk because you don't care. But when you care, there are certain risks that you take because you care. And you see, this conversation is very timely because we currently live in a world where people no longer care. And because they don't care, you see that they no longer take the risk that they should take for themselves. In fact, we're not even talking about risk for others. They don't even take risk for themselves because they don't care. Because the arrow in care is risk. Because you care, there are certain risks that you will take because you care. But when you don't care, you don't even bother. Because you don't care. You don't bother. Just, well, it doesn't really concern me. You don't bother because you don't care. So you see, the level of risk you take is a reflection of how much you care. When you are willing to take more risk, it's because you care much more. And when you are not willing to take any risk, it's because you really don't care at all. So when someone cares, there are levels of risk they take because they care. You know, David could risk his life for the sheep because he cared. When the lion attacked, he defended the sheep. He caught the lion by the beard and smote it because he cared, so he could take the risk. When the bear came, the same thing. Because he cared, he could take that risk. When you don't care, you don't take certain risk. Because you don't care. So you see, when people don't take some certain risk for you, it's because they don't care for you. Because when somebody truly cares, they will take risk. It's a sign that they care, the risk they are willing to take. Are you getting this? It's a sign that they care, the risk they are willing to take. When people don't take risk, it's because they don't care at all. Don't let anything deceive you. They don't care at all. If they did care, they would take risk. But because they don't care, they won't take any risk. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? And then the E in care is excellence. Excellence. When someone cares, they do excellence. They do excellence because they care. Because they care. People who don't care, they leave it to be mediocre, they leave it to be average because they don't care. The one who cares, you always see the touch and the hallmark of excellence because they care. They cannot let it just be there. No, they care. They care. So they go the extra mile. They care. So they pay attention to details. They care. So they are excellent at what they do. They care. So you see that level of excellence as a result of the care. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? You see that level of excellence as a result of the care. See this, guys. The E in care is excellence. It's excellence. So the level of excellence to which someone displays lets you know whether they care or they don't care. So it's a good indicator of care. Right? Excellence is a good indicator of care. When somebody does something haphazardly, it's because they don't care. When somebody does something just averagely, because they don't care. Because care is an indication of excellence. When somebody do things with excellence, is because they care. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So when we talk about care, C-A-R-E, what we are saying is that it is the intentional effort to protect, preserve, and improve yourself and everything connected to you. Right? And it's seen through your capacity, your association, your risk, and your excellence. This is what shows that you care. This is what shows that you care. So regardless of whatever it is that you say, what shows you care is seen in your capacity, in your association, in your risk, and in your excellence. This is what shows that you care. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? Now, you see, there are some things I want us to pay attention to on this conversation. Now, we know what care is. We've broken care down. Now, there are some things I really want us to pay attention to because they will change so many things for you if you understand these things. Trust me, they will change so many things for you. When you understand these things, they will change so many things for you once you understand it. So I want to pay attention to these things I'm about to share with you. See this. We live in a world where people don't care. Yes, the world we live in today, people don't care. Yeah, people don't care. So you see, people have become numb to tragedies that happen around them because they no longer care. People don't even flinch when some certain things happen anymore because they no longer care. Yeah, right? When they hear bad news, they just shrug it off. They have no feeling anymore because they no longer care. That's the kind of world that we live in now. People don't care. People don't care. I don't care is a slogan that you hear today. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. How did we get here? Because people are no longer using their capacity. They're not having the right association. They're not taking the risk that they should take. And they are no longer excellent. So, because of that, you don't care. See these guys. Care is not spoken, care is shown. You don't speak care, you show care. Right? You don't use your words to say, oh, I care about you. No, your actions show care. Are you getting this? You don't speak care, you show care. So it's important that you understand this. Very important you understand this. Care is not spoken. Care is shown. And you see, if I care, you will know. And if you care, I would know. Because care is not spoken, it is shown. I will know those who care and those who don't care. Because it is shown. It is shown. So don't be deceived by people who say they care. Their actions will actually show whether they care or not, and you will know. See, don't be delusional when it comes to care. It is something that you can observe and you can know. Are you getting this? So if I care, you would know. And if you care, I would know. Because care is not spoken, care is shown. People can see care, people can feel care, people can connect with care. So when they say something is visible to the blind, audible to the deaf, felt by the numb, care is one of such things. So it can be tangible, it can be palpable. Because care is shown, it's not just spoken, it is shown. And you see, the plague of many young people today is I don't care. You will hear it a lot in their conversations. I don't care. I don't care. Really? Really? I don't care? That's the plague of many young people today. Say, I don't care. I don't care. Really? Come on. You should care. Never arrive at that point where you don't care. It's a bad place to be. Literally, it's a bad place to be when you don't care. Never arrive at that point where you don't care. It's not a good place to be. Are you getting this? It's not a good place to be where you don't care. It's a bad place to be. So never arrive at that point where you don't care. No. No, please. And that's the plague of many young people today. I don't care. You should care. You should. You should care. Now, there are three things about care I want you to know. Three things about care. Number one, care is sacrificial. Number two, care is personal. Number three, care is professional. I'll say that again. Care is sacrificial, care is personal, and care is professional. These are three things about care that you must know. Anyone that truly cares makes sacrifices because care is sacrificial. You cannot do care from comfort zone. No. You cannot care from the seat of comfort. No. Because care is sacrificial. David was taking care of his father's sheep, and when the sheep was attacked by a lion and a bear, David went after the lion and the bear and he killed them. That is sacrificial. His life was literally on the line. You know, when scripture says the good shepherd leaves the 99 for the one, that is sacrificial. Because the shepherd cares. That's why David says in Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Because the shepherd cares. The shepherd leads you by still waters. He leads you to green pastures because the shepherd cares. And care is sacrificial. Right? The first thing about care is that it's sacrificial. The second thing about care is that it is personal. It's personal. You take care personally. You take care personally. See, David could have let the lion kill the one sheep that he took, but because it is personal, these sheep are under my care. It's personal. It's personal. And then the third thing about care is that it is professional. See, when David showed up to face Goliath, that was professional. That's why he asked what will be given to the man who kills his uncircumcised Philistine. That's professional. What's my reward for this care? That's to let you know that care also comes with reward. Are you getting this? Care comes with reward. So three things about care. Number one, sacrificial. Number two, personal. And number three, professional. Are you getting this? Now, there are two traits of care. When you see these two traits, you will know that this person truly cares. There are two traits of care. Number one is attention. Number two is intentional. These are two traits of care. The one who cares pays attention. The one who cares is intentional. These are two traits of care. So you see, when people care, they pay attention to your needs. They pay attention to your wants. They pay attention to your desires. They pay attention because they care. So you don't have to be repeating yourself because they pay attention. And when people care, they are intentional. Are you getting this? So when you see these two traits, you will know that the person cares. Attention, intentional. You see, when you also don't see these two traits, it's proof that they don't care. No attention, not intentional. See, when it comes to care, there's nothing you should be deceiving yourself about. It's obvious. It's obvious. Like literally, it's obvious. No attention, not intentional. They don't care. Don't deceive yourself. They don't care. It's obvious. The one goal of care is comfort. When you care, you bring comfort to that which you care. Either to the person, either to the thing, either to the animal. When you care, you bring comfort. to the thing, the animal, the place, the person that you care about. When you care, there's comfort. So the goal of care is comfort. So while you are making the intentional effort to protect, preserve, and improve yourself and everything connected to you, is so that you can arrive at that point where there is comfort. Where there's comfort. Right? So the one goal of care is comfort. The person you care about, the animal you care about, the thing you care about, the place you care about, they are comforted as a result of your care. There's comfort that they experience because you care. Are you getting this? There's this comfort. You know, when Jesus saw that the multitude had been with him for 3 days, he said, I can't send them away this hungry, lest they faint on the way. He says, what do we have? And he said, just a little boy's lunch, 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Blessed it, gave it to them so that they eat. 5,000 men, excluding women and children, were fed and were fed up, and there were 12 baskets left over. That was to comfort them because he cared. The goal of care is comfort. It's comfort. So when you truly care about anyone, you are to bring comfort to them. You are to make them comfortable. Are you getting this? They should find succor and solace in you because you care. Because care, ultimate goal is comfort. It's comfort. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? You see, care is a qualifier. You want to be qualified? Care. Because care is a qualifier. You say, okay, how do I know that care is a qualifier? David took care of his father's sheep, and that was what God saw. God said, I have found David, a man after my own heart. He will be able to take care of the children of Israel. You see, in taking care of his father's sheep, that qualified David to be able to take care of the nation of Israel. Why? Care is a qualifier. Are you getting this? Care is a qualifier. You see, care is also an amplifier. Take note of these things. First, care is a qualifier. Care is also an amplifier, which means when you care for little, you would care for much. It's an amplifier. People used to think that, oh, when somebody can care for big things, then they can care for small things. No, it's the other way around. It's an amplifier. When you can care for small things, that's when you can care for big things. Because if you can't care for small things, you will not be able to care for big things. Because care is an amplifier. Care amplifies what you do. Are you getting this? Care amplifies what you do. It's an amplifier. And you see, care is a loyalty builder. See, nothing builds loyalty as much as care. You want people to be loyal to you? Care for them. Care is a loyalty builder. You know, when David was in the cave of Adullam, the people who came to be with him were in debt, distressed, and discontented. There were over 400 men. They came to be with David in the cave, and David cared for them. These same men became David's mighty men that were willing to lay down their lives for David. At some point, they told David, do not go to battle with us anymore. Let the light of Israel be put out. When David said, oh, I test, 3 of these guys broke into the enemy's camp to get David water to drink. When they brought it, David says, I can't drink this. This water is the blood of men. Why? Because David cared for them. They were loyal to David. See, care is a loyalty builder. You want people to be loyal to you, care for them. Care for them. They will reciprocate that care in loyalty. Care for them. Are you getting this? Because care is a loyalty builder. I've told you 3 things now. Care is a qualifier. Care is an amplifier. Care is a loyalty builder. Now, let me tell you this. You've heard this popular phrase or the popular saying that goes, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Did you ever pay attention to that statement? That people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It has always been about, do you care or do you not care? Are you getting this? So you cannot trivialize the role of care. You cannot play down the importance of care. Because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's why I told you that care is a qualifier. Care is an amplifier. Care is a loyalty builder. And you see, care is never forced. Care is always a choice. So whether somebody cares or not, it's their choice to make. Care is never forced. You can't force somebody to care. They have to choose to care. Because care is a choice. So when somebody does not care about you, they have chosen, they made a choice not to care about you. So you are not the problem. They've only just made their choice to not care about you. Because you see, some people who don't care about you, they care about others. Are you getting this? Because they make the choice to care about others. So care is not forced. Care is a choice. Know this and know peace. Care is not forced. Care is a choice. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? You see, I've also observed that some people can start off to care, and at some point, they will stop to care. Yes, the people who start off to care, and at some certain point in their journey, they stop to care. I'll tell you why people can stop to care. 3 reasons why people can stop to care. Number 1, when they are taken for granted. Number 2, when they are unappreciated. Number 3, when the people see it as a right that they should care. These are 3 reasons why people stop to care. Number 1, when they are taken for granted. And I always tell people this, when you take things or people for granted, it will keep you grounded. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So, number 1 reason why people can stop to care is when they are taken for granted. The second reason why people can stop to care is when they are unappreciated. When someone goes all out, cares for you, and you don't show any level of appreciation, they will stop to care, because care is a choice. the same way they chose to care for you, they can also choose to not care for you because you are ungrateful. They feel unappreciated, so they will stop to care. So sometimes you're wondering, how come the person who has been so caring to you no longer cares? Perhaps you did not show appreciation. Because when people feel unappreciated, they will stop to care as they used to. Because they do not want to keep casting pears among swine. Why people can stop to care? When other people see it as a right. See, nobody owes you anything. All you get is a privilege. So someone's care to you is not a right, it's a privilege. So when you begin to take that care as a right, the person will stop to care. Are you getting this? So these are three simple reasons why people can stop to care. Number one, when they are taken for granted. Number two, when they are unappreciated. Number three, when others see it as a right. The people will stop to care. They'll stop to care. And you see, life happens sometimes that those who we care the most for care the least for us. Ironic, right? Life happens that sometimes those that we care the most for, they care for us the least. Care is supposed to be reciprocal. It's supposed to be communal. It's supposed to be mutual. But unfortunately, life happens sometimes that the people we care the most for care the least. In local balance, it's life not balance. Life not balance. And you see, it is wisdom to care for those that care for you. Don't put your energies for people who don't care for you. Put your energies to people who actually care for you. That's wisdom. That's the wise thing to do. Care for those that care for you. I know Jesus said that we should love those who hate us, right? Love them. But see, when it comes to care, please care for those who care for you. Care for those who care for you. It's important. So you don't waste your energy caring for those who don't care for you to the neglect of those who truly care for you. Are you getting this? So it's after you've cared for those who care for you, then if you still have any care left, you cannot care for those who don't care for you. Those who care for you should be your top priority when it comes to care. Are you getting this? So you don't give off your best to those who give you the least or who give you their worst. No, you give your best to those who give you their best. Don't give full tank to people who give you empty tank. And then you are giving empty tank to those who will give you full tank. No. Give full tank to people who are giving you full tank and give empty tank to people who are giving you empty tank. Are you getting this? It is wisdom to care for those who care for you. It's wisdom. And you see, there are three unspoken yet notable effects of care. Three unspoken but very notable effects of care. Number one is loyalty. Number two is faithfulness. Number three is honesty. These are three unspoken but notable effects of care. When you care, you will see loyalty, you will see faithfulness, you will see honesty because you care. So you see, it's always to your benefit to have care in your arsenal. Because when you do this, people will be loyal to you, they'll be faithful to you, they'll be honest with you because you care. Are you getting this? This is very critical. These are the three unspoken yet notable effects of care: loyalty, faithfulness, honesty. And you see, you cannot build people if you do not care for people. You know, people are not an interruption to your job. People are the reason you have a job. So you see, you can't build people if you do not care for people. You can't. I know they say, oh, you have to build structure, you have to build system. See, you first have to build people. It's the people that you built that will build system and structure. You have to build people. When David built the men who came to meet him in the cave of Adullam, those people became structure and system for David. Are you getting this? So you see, you cannot build people if you do not care for people. So you want to build people, care for them. You care for them. That's how you build people. Jesus got into Peter's house and saw that Peter's mother-in-law was sick. He healed her. You can't build people if you don't care for them. You can't. You may think you are building, but you are not. Because to truly build people, you must care for the people. And you see, a lack of care is seen in negligence, is seen in neglect, is seen in nepotism. This is how you can see that somebody does not care. There's negligence, there's neglect, there's nepotism, because they don't care. That's the evidence of lack of care. Negligence, neglect, nepotism. See, Adam in Genesis was given the instruction to care for the garden. To care for the garden. And you see, care is human default programming, but we are reprogrammed not to care. From our default programming, we were wired to care. But life, society, has a way it reprograms us to not care. You see some people who literally tell you and behave in a way that they don't care because life has happened to them. They have been rewired to no longer care. They don't give a care. They don't give a hoot. It's not them. They have been reprogrammed to not care. Their default setting program is care. But as they encountered life, as they went through life, they reprogrammed themselves to not care. See this, guys. You are more human when you care, and you are less human when you don't care. So just in case you don't know, I'm telling you this now. You are more human when you care, and you are less human when you don't care. And let me tell you, the first sign that you are broken is that you lack care. Yes. What shows that you are broken? Either you've had trauma, either you've had experiences in the past. What shows that you are broken is your lack of care. So if I want to know some things about your past, from your lack of care, I can decipher that you are broken. Yeah. See, when notice your disposition towards life, towards people, and towards things when you don't care. Can you notice how you behave towards life, towards people, towards things when you don't care? Notice that disposition that you have. Pay attention to it. You will be shocked. The person you have become because you don't care. Now, how do you maintain your nature of care? I said that care is our default nature, but we have reprogrammed ourselves to no longer care. Now, how do you maintain that default nature of care? Right? Since care is the default nature, how do you maintain that default nature of care? I'll tell you three simple ways to maintain the default nature of care. Number one, be forgiving. If you want to maintain that nature of care, be forgiving. Right? Number two, see the best in people. To maintain that nature of care in you, see the best in people. That's how you'll be able to maintain that nature of care. You see the best in people. And number three, you keep growing, you keep evolving, and you keep maturing. That's how you maintain your heart, your nature of care. So, did you get that? Three ways for you to maintain your nature of care. Number one, be forgiving. And I dare say, forgive even without an apology. So you can maintain your nature of care. Otherwise, you will no longer care anymore. You lose that care nature that you have. Your heart will no longer be a heart of flesh, will not be a heart of stone because you no longer care. Care is what softens your heart. A lack of care is what hardens your heart. Are you getting this? So, how to maintain your nature of care? Number one, be forgiving. Number two, see the best in people. See the best in people. It helps to maintain your nature of care. See the best in people. Because you see, people will always rise to the occasion of how they are being seen. Yes, people would like to live up to the expectation of how they've been seen. So if you see the best in people, you want to live up to that best that you have seen in them. So see the best in people. And then number three, keep growing, keep evolving, keep maturing. That's how you maintain your nature of care. You keep growing, you keep evolving, you keep maturing. See these guys. Even the most wicked and hard-hearted person responds to genuine and sincere care. You're surprised, right? It shocked you, Abby? Yes. Even the most wicked and hard-hearted respond to genuine and sincere care. So it's suffice to say, care is a simplifier. Care breaks down things that seem unbreakable. Are you getting this? Even the most wicked and hard-hearted respond to care. They respond to care. Now, I'd like to ask you a question. Can people stop you from caring? Yes, they can. Should you stop caring because of people? No, you should not. Are you getting this? I'll say that again. Can people stop you from caring? Yes, they can. Right? But should you stop caring because of people? No, you should not. You should not. You see, you care not because of people, you care because it is who you are. That's why you care, because it's who you are. The first two servants in the parable of the talents in Matthew 25, they care because that's who they are. They went ahead to put to use their talent that they received from their master because that's who they are. So you see, you care not because of people. You care because it is who you are. That's why you care. It's who you are. See this, guys. If I care, you will know and you would see it. And if I don't care, you will also know and you will see it. You can't fake care. You can't pretend with care. If someone cares, you will know and you will see it. And if the person does not care, you will also know and you will see it. People don't hide what they care about. They don't hide either what they don't care about. You will know it and you will see it, whether they care or they don't care. It's never going to be hidden. You see, one of my favorite verses of scripture is Jeremiah 29:11, the Message translation. It says that I know what I am doing. I have it all planned out. Plans to take care of you. Plans to not abandon you. Plans to give you the future that you hope for. So God has a plan to take care of you, to not abandon you, to give you the future that you hope for. He says, if he cared for the lilies, how much more you? How much more you? So God cares for you. God cares for you. See this, guys. To show you care is summarized in 4 words. I notice you matter. To show you care is summarized in 4 words. I notice you matter. This is what summarizes that they care. They notice and you matter. Remember our 2 traits earlier: attention, intentional. So, guys, this is it. This is our conversation for today. Care, part 2. And I hope that you have learned so much from this conversation. You know, like we always tell you, that 3 things will happen for you in this new week. Number 1, increased voice of God. Number 2, open heavens over your life. And number 3, more angelic activities in all that you do. Remember, guys, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. And that's why we encourage you that you leave good behind so that you can upgrade. And what better way for you to upgrade than for you to care? Yes, to care. And that's why we encourage you that you get to like this broadcast, share it with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and even your enemies. And turn on post notifications so you don't miss out any of our conversations because you care. So, guys, we are truly grateful and we're excited that you stayed through to the end, even though this was a bit long, but you stayed through to the end for this conversation. That shows that you truly care about your upgrade journey, because upgrade is not a destination, upgrade is a journey. Because you care about that upgrade journey, hence you stayed to the end. So I like to say, congratulations. I am super proud of you. And if you never knew this, now you know I care for you. Yes, I care for you. That's why we do what we get to do. So once again, thank you so much for watching. God bless you.